Hey, welcome back to another atetreewon video. And are you a big fan of retro gaming? Then you're gonna want to check out the video for this baby Game Boy Advance SP that can also play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance SP, Nintendo, SNES, PlayStation, and more. Yeah, this thing's a lot of fun. Let's get into the unboxing and check it out. Hey, like I said, welcome back to another atetreewon video, and you already saw in the intro what it is, but I just picked it up today. Let's get to the unboxing here. And like I said, I saw this from, I think, an Instagram video or Instagram ad, so y'all know what's up. I ordered this right before Christmas, and it literally just came in yesterday, but I've been doing a lot of research on it, so I should know kind of what to do here. So yes, I am officially unboxing the FUNKEY S system. So this started off as like a Kickstarter, I believe like 2 years ago. And now you can just order one online and buy it, which is what I did. So I got the atomic purple color. And like I said, if you don't know what this is, it's basically like a Game Boy Advance SP, the little clamshell one. Very miniaturized and can play multiple different, not just Game Boy Advance games, but Game Boy Color, Game Boy games, SNES and NES, Atari, PlayStation. I mean, it can do a whole bunch of stuff, and all for the low price of like 70 or 80 US dollars, which was like 60 pounds. That's you buy. They're from another country, obviously, but let's get to the unboxing. I'm rambling, and I love to ramble. So here's the FUNKEY S box. Open it up here, and yes, here's the system, the console. If you don't know me, well, you probably don't know me, but if you know anything about me, I love retro systems, and oh my god, it's so little. Holy smokes, this is not just tiny, it is itty bitty. But I'm gonna put it to the side. Let's see what else we get in here. We get a micro USB to USB-A charging cable / data sync cable, important. And if you wanna open it up and stuff, you can actually even change the button and color layouts of those buttons, which is pretty cool. And then a little instruction manual, which is nice, but there's a ton of resources online. I would suggest just finding YouTube videos on how to add ROMs and stuff like that, because that's what I did while I eagerly anticipated the arrival of this thing. But let's take it out of the little plastic here. Wow, it's so little. Look at how little it is. Like my hand for scale. And I don't have very big hands. My hands are small, so maybe something else for scale. What's something everybody has that should, ooh. I was getting over a cold and I have a cough drop. Here is a cough drop. The cough drop is as big as this. That is insane. Holy smokes. So the idea is it's portable. So it comes with like a little keychain loop. You can just attach it to your keychain. I don't know. Let me open this up. So it's got trigger buttons, obviously. Very clicky. Let's open it up. It's turning on, and it's got little lights on the back, which are interesting, but this is the, what's it called? The atomic purple color, and I just think that's rad. But as you can see, the battery is pretty low, so I'm gonna have to charge it, but you got Game Boy, PlayStation, something else, the Linux system. Yeah, a ton of consoles, Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment System, Game Boy Color, Game Boy, yeah. Look at how, I'm impressed by how small this is.
That's what she said.
So it's got a little power button, little FUNKEY start system. So it has some built-in games, but they're pretty much just like games that you've probably never heard of because they're freeware, and nobody ever played them. So what I'm gonna do is, since I've already got some games and stuff that I downloaded, I am gonna charge this up, put the games on there, and we're gonna start playing it. It should be pretty fun and easy. I will walk you through what I'm doing to set everything up. So let's jump into it now. All right, and now to mount it is pretty simple. All you gotta do is connect the micro USB cable to the micro USB port right here. And then you're gonna click here on the power button, and it's gonna cycle you through the main menu of the screen. You're gonna go all the way down to where you see Mount USB. You're gonna hit A. It's gonna ask if you're sure. You're gonna hit the A button one more time. And now it's completely mounting it to the computer. And honestly, adding ROMs could not be any simpler. All you gotta do is find the drive right here. As you can see, it's already labeled with all the emulators and stuff like that. I already have a folder here with some ROMs that I downloaded to play some games. Again, make sure you own all this information, but it's super simple. I already have them coded here. Here are all the SNES ROMs that I wanna play. So you click here, and you're basically just gonna drag and drop them into the respective folders. It's super simple once you get the ROMs. And then I'm gonna put these into the SNES folder, because that's where they go. And like I said, as simple as drag and drop. Now, the console does give you the ability to add like box art. All you got to do to add the box art is download it, save it as a PNG, and then make sure that the box art file and the game file are exactly the same, and that is what's going to sync them. So I mean, it's super simple to do all of this. And then once you're done, you just hit eject USB, you hit A again, it completely unmounts it from the computer, and then you just eject it. And you're good. You're literally good to start playing. Super simple. So I've got it kind of super zoomed in, but I did kind of want to show you some of the games, and this is the only way I know how to do it. So say you want to go into the Game Boy games, you move the little directional pads, R button, but anyway, you move the little directional pads until you get to the game you want to play. You hit the A button, excuse me, to the console you want to select, and then here are all the different games that you can play. So here's Joe and Mac, Metroid 2, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, Retroid. So again, I don't have a ton of Game Boy games on here. Super Mario Land. So let's boot up Pokemon. How many? That's the one. No, Super Mario Land, because it's faster to get into. So you just select the game you want, hit the A button right here to select it. Boom, you're into the ROM. Hit start. There's a little start button down here. And a function button, you hit start, and there you go. We are playing. And then you can adjust the volume by hitting that menu button right here. As I mentioned before, the power button, it's also the menu. So you can adjust the volume, turn it up, go back. I mean, I don't know if you can hear it. Died already, but it's decently loud. It's not the greatest sounding system, obviously, because look at how tiny this little speaker is. I mean, there's my finger, my index finger, and there's a speaker. So, I mean, I think for what it is, it's decent. You know, this is just a quick little pick up and play console. A lot of fun. The menu button, you can turn the volume down again. It's just a nice little console to have and play, you know. Let's go to some other versions here. So you have the volume, you can exit the game, aspect ratio, so you can have it stretched, scaled, so it's scaled for this console here. So let's look at what scaled will do. So not much of a difference here on the Game Boy. Stretched. Just kind of stretches everything around, but not too big of a difference. So you do also have the ability to have load and save states. So I believe per game you can have up to 9. And you do have a 30 gigabyte SD card built into this, and you can actually take it out and put in a larger one if you prefer. But I think that's kind of nice having little save states. And then here's how you adjust your brightness. Just up and down, pretty simple. And then the volume again. So it's a really simple little console, but I love it. Like I said, look, all the Game Boy games right here. You want to go back, you hit the B button. You can go into your Game Boy Color games. And then here are the ones I added, right? Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Silver, super fun games to play on the Game Boy Color. You go back, Game Boy Advance. Here are the Game Boy Advance games that I've added. All right, so, you know, Super Mario Super Circuit, Metroid Fusion, and all the box art is there, and it's not that difficult to add the box art yourself, which is what is the best part about this. Here's Nintendo, right? And then here's some of the Nintendo games that I added. Metroid, Punch Out, and look, you have box art. How cool is that? And it's so simple to use. That's the best part. And then you have a little battery gauge up there that tells you how long the battery life is. You go into Super Nintendo, like Aladdin, Donkey Kong. I just love that the box art is there. I just think that's so neat. And then, you know, say you're in the middle of a game, right? We're gonna boot up something quick, hopefully. We'll boot up Aladdin. All right, so we got the game going, right? So we're playing the game, and say you gotta go somewhere. All right, close it up. So you just close the console, like this. It completely shuts it off. And then, you know, say you get to where you are, or you're back in line and you're bored, you just open the console back up, give it a second to boot up, and it literally remembers where you left off in the game. It's like a little save state. It's amazing. And it's just a ton of fun. And then you want to get out, you just hit the little menu button right here. You go down, you go exit game. Yes, you're sure. And you're back to the home menu. I mean, it's super simple. You can even change the way this menu looks. Classic, flat, TFT, so you can click on the flat one and it changes what the menu icons look like. You want a different look and a feel, hit it again. You can change it to TFT. So it has more photos of what the kind of games are, and on the bottom it says what it is. And I'll be honest, I'm a fan of just the FUNKEY theme. So we're gonna do that. Oh, this is the different one. Whoops. Classic, that's the one I like. Because I just like the look of it. But yeah, all right, so let me go back to the top and then we'll talk a little bit more about this before we finish up this video. All right, but I am gonna finish up this video with like a little talking head portion of this console, and I just absolutely love it. I think it's a great little gimmick gift. If you have someone in your life that loves playing like retro games or has a nostalgia for retro consoles, this is a fantastic gift for that person. I kind of wish I knew about this before Christmas time. Well, I did, but by the time it got here, it was already past Christmas. But I already know a handful of people that not only could I buy it for them as a gift, they would want to buy it on their own. Like, this is just such a neat little console. Like, you have right and left shoulder triggers for, you know, some of those consoles that require them, like the PlayStation. You know, you've got the little D-pad here, all the little buttons, the menu button, a start and a function button. And look at the form factor. It's so small. I mean, this is tiny. It's really like an itty bitty little console. It does charge via micro USB. They didn't do USB-C because of the form factor. USB-C just wouldn't fit in this form factor. Now, is it comfortable? No, it's tiny, right? I got small hands. I'll probably be able to do a little bit of gaming on it, and then I'll probably get fatigued and not want to play anymore. Let's just be real. But that's what this is for. It's for short little bursts of gaming. You're in line at the airport or maybe you're waiting for your flight. You got 30 minutes to kill. You got 40 minutes to kill. You know, make sure this thing's charged up. You get a couple games in, you close it up and you get on your plane. Maybe you have, you know, a short flight, an hour-long flight. You charge this, you know, make sure the thing's charged up. You can play a couple of games on it. It's a lot of fun. Now, depending on the intensity of the console, the battery life, I believe, varies, but what I've been told is you can get a solid 2.5 hours of gameplay out of it, which I think is pretty amazing for 2.5 hours. That's a decent amount of gameplay considering, again, how tiny this console is. It's itty bitty, you know, and there's, like I said, a little battery back there. So I don't know. I think for the money and what this thing is, it's amazing. I think you're getting a huge steal for this thing. This is not sponsored. I saw this product on my own. I bought it. I didn't even reach out to the company asking to send me one. I just saw this, I knew I had to have it, and I'm glad I do, because this is gonna be my new little toy for the foreseeable future, But, oh, and it plays PlayStation games. I didn't mention that, or maybe I did, but I dragged and dropped them. The fact that this thing can play PlayStation games is super impressive. They even got N64 games to work on this emulation. I think the issue with that, though, is that you need a lot more buttons for the N64, and I haven't tried that. If you wanna watch a video of watching me struggle to play N64 games, let me know. Leave a comment down below. But yeah, that's kind of it. This was a quick video. I hope you guys like it. It's kind of long, I can already tell, but if you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna put timestamps down below so you're not lost, but I don't know. This is my new favorite toy. I love it. I hope you guys like it too. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please go ahead and leave a like, and you really go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, I'm gonna be gaming. All I'm gonna do is game. Bye.